Howdy gang. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. You're starting Trespasser. Just talk to everybody after a time skip. I was expecting them to tell me what's going on with their lives, but they kind of didn't do that. We picked up codex entries. They could do that. We didn't read them. Maybe we should. But whatever. I'm just gonna start this. I kind of don't care at this point. Like, I'm pretty over this game. I'm ready to finish this. And hopefully we'll do that today.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Now Artigan
Just scratch his ass.
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
I mean, from bandits.
Yes, from bandits. Would you like us to give it back to them?
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order has been restored, yet you remain. Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did to us centuries ago, and we exiled them. Now the Inquisition is doing the same thing with Grey Wardens in their ranks.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course Orlais tolerates this interference. Without the Inquisition, Selene would have neither her throne nor her elven marquise.
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand idle if the Inquisition oversteps its bounds. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Pardon me, Inquisitor. Sister Leliana asked to speak with you in private.
Something has come up. I'll be back.
What?
This is highly irregular.
Are we not even worth the Inquisitor's time?
Oh, balls. Why don't I just give them some money, huh? I have money, I can give that to them. I'll purchase the stronghold.
Inquisitor, I thought you would want to see this. A Canary warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace?
Never seen a fully armored Canary warrior. They're wearing like fucking a thatch basket.
Would the Iron Bull know anything about this? I asked, and he is as surprised as we are. He says that if this were an official Canary operation, he would know. That suggests we're dealing with a rogue faction. So, what would the left hand of the Divine see when she looked at this? This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Canary military. Most of his wounds come from a fight against someone using magic, but at least a few are from a blade. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how? We need to find out what's going on. Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look around? She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will ask Divine Victoria to call a recess for now. I will also have our friends ready themselves for battle if need be. You think that's likely? I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected.
Please move along. There is nothing to see here.
Ah, that blood looks like money.
It looks like he came down over the railing.
Did he? Yeah.
Is it a Melville? How scandalous.
Afrofel must be
Like, go inside, don't I? Might work. No. No, will not. Probably was a climbable surface, it just wasn't there before, so I didn't think to look for it, but we'll see after we tried jumping off over here. Didn't feel like breaking my legs. Yeah. Who'da thunk? In Oblivion. That's why he came from a weird place. He ran through a portal. Yeah, she's divine. I don't need her though. You know, in all the footage I watch, he's always just standing around. Like, does it really do me any good to have him around when I can just have, like, Sarah or someone who's gonna auto-attack for me instead? I don't know, it's all I know.
Morrigan brought me here while showing me the alluvions.
What? Oh, thank God. It goes in two different directions.
Judging by the bloodstains, he tried to get through here.
Is there a problem?
Ain't it?
This mirror doesn't look broken, but it's inactive. Maybe there's a way to unlock it. I think maybe double click that.
But still, not bad.
Aw.
demons for us to clean out.
I just noticed I'm not wearing my armor. Surprisingly tanky for someone without it, though. It says it's granted on ability uses. What does it mean pieces? Set stacks? Attack speed, move speed, healing it. Looks like something Varric should have, though. Fuck long shot. Well, that's like a completely new type of enchantment, right? That's kind of cool.
The blood trail
Looks like it's actually interesting.
Good. Let's see where this canary took his wounds.
Elven ruins. I'm not sure we're even in Orlais anymore.
No.
Another Kunari, dressed like the one in the Winter Palace.
He's part of their military, dressed for war.
Probably into Winter then. Look at that. Whoa! New Zealand. Youch.
You're not giving up this fight!
That's right. I don't give a shit.
The Inquisitor is down!
Okay. He has the regular bell of urgency. Right? What belt do I have? I could benefit from that. Fire resistance? Lame. Look at that.
Scorch marks everywhere. This is the work of a mage.
A powerful one. I can still feel the heat crackling.
We need to find out why these Kunari were here and who did this to them. Over there, Kunari. If we want to know why they're here, we've got to get across to that island.
Guess I have to repair that statue. You will.
The elves bound a spirit here. It feels old. Very old.
What does it want? I think I know what to say. Milana de Thabarin. Rivas vir Anaris.
Seemed to work. What did you say?
It was part of a ritual. A secret greeting from those Fen'Harel trusted. If Mithal's Well of Sorrows knew this, were they close? Friends or... I'm not sure.
Alright, well, Fen'Harel was the Dread Wolf.
Like Veilfire. It claimed this was a refuge
In case
for
we weren't
elven
aware.
slaves.
You mean the ancient elves kept slaves? Maker's breath. One more thing never to tell Daisy.
This whole valley was a sanctuary created by the Dreadwolf Fen'Harel.
Fen'Harel? The Dalish elves' god of misfortune.
A letter by the Kunari. Why are they translating it into our language?
Because their enemy doesn't speak English.
Too bad we're not here at night. We could come back when it's dark, use the stars to see exactly where we are.
Come back in the dark. For Kunari to ambush us.
Lost your sense of adventure already, Master Tethras?
Oh, I forgot how much you always liked this kind of crap.
Just think of it as research for one of your stories.
Rainier, how do you think I survived a year with the Inquisition without cracking?
Wonder if he ever wrote the book.
That illusion only took us a short distance. That's the same lake we saw from the other tower.
Has its uses. Move a lot of soldiers around quickly that way.
Eh, imagine having a ton of people with bows up here, as this statue would suggest. Just all over this naked mountainside. You would be sitting ducks marching through this.
Here we go again. What a change of pace from the Winter Palace. A clear sky, a beautiful view, and yes, fields and fields of stripweed as far as the eye can see.
How do you know that?
Terrible stuff. Looks like grass, stings like a knife, and causes sores if you so much as brush against it.
The fuck?
So, of course, everyone in Menrathus insists it makes a very decent tea.
So, we're getting the band back together. That's exciting.
Don't tell me the Viscount of Kirkwall misses skulking around and shooting people.
You've never been to the Viscount's Keep, have you, Sparkler? Spend 2 hours there and you'll be glad to be shot at.
Guess this would have been a fight had I not known the password.
Dead, but his blade's clean. He was taken by surprise.
This can't have happened too long ago. The blood's not even dry.
Falsely name the god as immoral as any of you. He takes no divine mantle and asks none bestowed upon him. He leads only those who would help willingly. So, Dreadwolf not a god?
Fen'Harel helping former slaves as a mortal, not a god.
He made this because he didn't want followers worshipping him.
Ordinary guy saves people, accidentally founds religion. Sounds a lot like the chant, actually.
Fen'Harel sounds like quite the rebel. The old elven gods must have simply loved that.
The gods, our Evanuris, claim divinity, yet they are not but mortals powerful in magic who can die as you can. In this place we teach those who join us to unravel their lies. So, none of the gods are gods, they're just powerful mages. And I guess the Dreadwolf is trying to teach people that. Keep in mind, he allegedly sealed them all away in the Fade.
The gods were just Evanuris, powerful, but completely mortal mages.
Almost like these slaves were being untaught what they'd learned.
Anchor discharge. Anchor now automatically generates focus over time. Discharge accumulate focus with L plus left stick. Discharge anchor makes you more briefly invulnerable. Anchor also grows slightly for a short time, lighting dark areas and revealing objects in there. Okay.
What happened?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It stopped at least. This looks like it fits into that pedestal by the broken bridge.
A map room. Oh, I see the resource now. Right above my abilities. I guess it doesn't cost anything outside of combat. It's a wolf. Got a bunch of seaweed like a net.
Canary.
Why are we fighting? Come on, I thought we were allies.
The Inquisition doesn't lie.
Never mind. They already said they were like a rebel sect or something. I don't know what, but not real Canary. Got a palm tree. out of here.
Why did those Kunari attack position on sight?
Kunari soldiers always have orders. The Kunes declared us an enemy.
Are you saying the entire Kunari nation wants us dead?
Well, at last the Inquisition and Tabitha have something in common.
That's Sven Harel, removing the face markings from a Dalish elf.
Isn't this place
Why?
older than the Dalish?
Maybe the markings used to have a different meaning.
I'm guessing these are all gonna go out when I light them. Because he keeps his gaze on the one light that'll illuminate the way, so like, yeah, like the one statue's staring at, right? Oh, there we go, an activation button. It's either this one or that one. Pick that one. Oh.
What's this?
Brand of gods can be lifted from you. That all you know you oppose their cruelties. None of your slaves, all under our protection, all may choose to fight. So the face markings are like, does you belong to a god? I don't know, maybe I just thought that the Dalish all had the tattoos for fun. Show if they're free elves or something that you can
These freed
change.
slaves actually fought back against the Evanurus posing as gods.
Interesting word, Evanurus. If all it means is mage leader, well, they were basically registers.
Something like that. Note about how to solve the riddle. single incarnation. Well, an incarnation. A fat crit chance. Your first attack now leaps towards your target if you're between 6 and 12 meters away. Interesting.
This letter says the Kunari came to these ruins. Let's look for anything that explains why the Kunari came here before we go. A note about an unknown intruder coming through an alluvion. They turned spirits against us, then fled.
It must be a mage. They killed any Kunari in the way and let the spirits do the rest.
Two parties then. The Kunari, and a mystery agent determined to stop them.
You know it's Solas, right?
Come on. We have to warn people about the Kunari's designs on the Winter Palace.
I would have thought Kunari were in control of the Alluvian network this whole time. So I'm going backwards. You think Morrigan would have ran into them, but it's gotta be a big place too. Near world, I mean.
One dead Kunari was bad enough. Now we have more, and they're hostile.
This makes no sense. The Inquisition has an alliance with the Kunari. Why would they attack us?
They also have no reason to be here, or using illuvians at all.
I've had the mirror placed under guard for now.
It appears the relative peace and quiet of the last 2 years is coming to an end.
First the Blight, then Mages and Templars, then Corypheus, and now this. Can't we go 10 years without the world falling to pieces?
We must ensure that the
The next
Kunari do
game
not
happens
disrupt the
another 10 years in the
negotiations.
future.
The Exalted Council is in a very delicate state.
I'm certain you can soothe the nobles' ruffled feathers while we solve the real problem.
Not when the Inquisitor insults everyone present by walking out in the middle of the talks. Our only advantage is that Orlais and Ferelden are divided in goal and grievance. If they unite against us, Divine Victoria will have no choice but to support their claims. We could lose everything.
I know we're asking a lot of you, Ambassador. I promise we won't make this any harder for you than necessary.
My apologies. I will attend to the Exalted Council.
And while Josie does that, we will investigate. I'll head back to the Crossroads. We need to find out what the Kunari are doing and why they attacked.
And I'll have a quiet word with our honor guard.
I think that's a statue we got from that app. See what it holds. One of them. No.
Where did the Inquisitor slip off to during the council?
Inquisitor, is there something I can help with?
imagine it'd bring up the search area thing. Oh, it would be journal or codex. Arch looks like some kind of mage statue. The balcony on site. All of it.
Oh, yes.
Will it matter?
Maybe.
Right, I was messing with my display settings earlier. Saw some tearing. I turned desync off. This monitor actually supports 240 hertz. And I enabled it earlier, but I think there's maybe another setting I have to change in like Radeon settings or something, because the screen will get like black sometimes. It's not always an issue, it's just this one specifically is giving me a lot of issues, and like a couple others, they just fuck up sometimes. I don't know what to do quite yet. So I switched back to 60 for the time. Statue must be somewhere else.
Of course.
Oh. Did we relocate it? Just a different mirror.
More Canary!
That path wasn't there before.
Maybe the Canary figured out a way to make new paths.
Huh.
What's that?
An egg.
So that's how the Kunari moved the paths.
That's a handy little trick.
Let's see where our horned friends were headed.
There's so many other options. on this one is an experience. If I had it. Basically the same thing, but it gives you attack. Another thing I might just throw on Varric. What does my accessory do? Cooldown, yeah. That one recently, didn't I? Hmm. How do I have if not this? We both have the master cooldown in? Weird. Bear can have that instead then, and flanking back.
They'll not get through me.
The taken shape, what does that mean? Is this like a set bonus thing? It's just poorly worded? I feel like maybe I put this on very again. I take the superb and see them. Well, while nothing's happening, I finished the Future Connected expansion from Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So obviously, comes with the Definitive Edition, new expansion. I have never played it before. With a name like Future Connected, I thought it was maybe gonna, like, do some tie-in stuff with the second or third game. And it did not, so I'm immensely disappointed, really. It's just like an epilogue, kind of. I mean, you get to see some of the world, what it's like after the end of the main game, and it's just, you know, more stuff, but nothing to connect it. Which I believe there's an expansion in 3 that brings both Shulk and Rex into whatever world they're in there. I don't know much about. It's not like it's an odd ask. 2 was even like directly connected to the first game, even though it's like a different world. Like, they're not against bringing these things together. I assume there's going to be some big culmination at some point. But no, so I'm just getting out of what, like, it's really only there if you wanted to see, like, this world that was made at the end. You know, it's not like I was uninterested to see, it's just not what I was expecting. Like, apparently Shulk didn't make a normal planet, he made, like, just the Bionis again, but this time there's no Mechanis. So, like, if you look at the skies, it's clear skies, no big evil robot looking over you all the time now. But there's still, like, tension between all the races. Like, he didn't get rid of the people of Mechanis or anything, they're still around. So, like, while it's technically peaceful, like, they got issues with each other. And, well, he didn't undo the whole incident with the High Entia either. So, you know, the world's in a state, really. And what?
There was a bad cave-in.
Basically, you're flying the junks over to the shoulder, which is unexplored territory, to look for where Alchemoth ended up for some reason, the High Entia capital, and you want to, like, reclaim it.
Look at all that.
You do that and it gets shot down by a big laser, and you find that Ricky's 2 kids. 2 of Ricky's kids, I should say. He has a lot more than 2 because Ricky fucks. 2 of his kids snuck on board the ship, so they're your new companions.
Did you want to join the Magisters?
No, but I can't walk away from the Magisterium. There are responsibilities I... Oh, I see. Very clear. Taking on burdens of life, etc.
It's not so bad. One of us will spend his life fighting against howling, relentless monsters.
And you'll be fighting dance people.
I know which I prefer.
I mean, one of them is basically Ryan, and the other one is basically Charla, so, you know, gun pawn and shield pawn. And you have Melia and Shulk, too. And that's the whole party. So with only 4 characters, it's a little upsetting that, like, you don't have all 4 in combat. It's still only a 3-man party. And it's especially jarring when you consider the new Pawn Spectre system. Or, like, side quests you can do to collect these 12 Napon Explorers, and they join you in combat after you've collected them. So you will have an army of 12 little Napons fighting alongside you. They'll be casting their own abilities and stuff, and you know, you can call, like, ultimate super moves from them occasionally, too. So, you know, there's 15 units on screen. You tell me you can afford one more? It's gotta be some, you know, new programming, whatever, from 3, where you have, like, a party of 12. I don't know, it resets your level to, like, 60, and, they changed the way some of the exploring works, so, like, there's no more affinity system, no more building relationships with the towns. Armor has to be bought. Weapons can be dropped, but they're not like as good as the stuff that you can buy. Quests usually reward you with cosmetic gear rather than actual gear. Leveling's just a lot more deliberate. The chain attack system works a bit differently. Yeah, they basically like changed the design philosophy more in line with how things are in second and third games. Which makes some sense considering that it was, you know, new content, you know, like 10 years after the original game.
Someone up ahead.
Anyways, the thing you shot the laser, it's called the Fog King. It comes from like a big void that opened up in the sky. He's got some black hole shit on him.
Oh, wait. Your hand. Are you the Inquisitor?
Yeah?
Odd to find a human down in the deep roads at all, let alone one surrounded by Kunari.
We don't have much time. Please, what the Vidasala is doing, you have to stop her.
The Vidasala?
She's the leader of the Kunari here. She hates magic. Her job was to study it and stop it at all costs.
Not anymore. I don't care whether you serve Fenharel or not. Someone has to stop her.
Why did the Kunari think that the Inquisition serves Fenharel?
I don't know. The Vidasala said it, and the Kunari here accepted as fact. We've had agents of Fenharel causing trouble all over the Crossroads. Sabotage, making spirits attack us. I assume the Inquisition was their army. That you came here because Fenharel told you to.
What?
What is it that you want me to stop?
This place is a lyrium mining and processing center. The Kunari need it for... Have you ever heard of Saarath? It's a mage. Except Kunari mages are much more dangerous than those among humans or elves. Even as a Templar, I'd never seen anything like the power Saarath can unleash. And now Vidasala is giving them lyrium. A lot of lyrium. It's part of something she calls Dragon's Breath. There's more to it than that, but I couldn't find out what. The Kunari don't like it when you ask too many questions.
I'm not sure how to stop the Kunari from using lyrium.
The lyrium's only part of the Vidasala's larger plan, Inquisitor. She said it would save the South. That can mean only one thing. An invasion. This mine is the only source of lyrium the Kunari have. They're using Gatlock, the explosive powder in the round casks, to mine, so they don't have to touch raw lyrium. If you get the primers from Central Supply, you can prime the Gatlock and detonate it. The mines will go up in flames.
Even if I succeed, will that really stop the Vidasala?
It would be a start. Deep stalkers and cave-ins will cut off reinforcements, but they'll still come when they hear trouble. You've got to find the Vidasala to end this war before it begins.
There's no telling how bad things will get when I destroy the mine. You'd better get moving.
I will. Good luck, Inquisitor.
Let's go. We have a lyrium mine to ruin.
He was somewhat helpful, at least. Right, Fog King. So the visuals of the black hole looking thing is similar to the final boss of 2, which could maybe be how it's connected to the other world, but they don't really do anything with it. It's literally just a force of nature to like be a generic bad guy for you to fight at some point. There is a more interesting bad guy, but you take care of him a bit before the finale, so it's kind of irrelevant, not really part of the main plot. So, like, you know, the main issue is just that it's kind of fun, interesting. It's literally just like a generic-ass quest you're on, and they do some world building to expand on the ending of the main game. That's could have done more with it. They could have at least integrated the more interesting bad guy into the game a lot better than they did. The ending felt a little abrupt, TBH. It's kind of the reason I even bought the Definitive Edition, and I'd say it's not a reason to buy the Definitive Edition. If you've never played the game, then absolutely get the better version. And, you know, if you love the game, you might as well play it too, but I'd say it's just pretty unremarkable. It's, like, not a reason to pick it up again if you're on the fence about it.
Make these things explode. Maybe we can use them to get out of here.
I suppose that's all there is to really say about it. Like, you know, it's mostly still the same game. I don't need to go over the whole audio quality and mechanics and stuff.
Why is it so dark? Don't dwarven runes usually glow with lyrium or
quiet moments? Those were changed, right? They had heart-to-hearts in the main game.
That doesn't sound good.
There's like little conversations you can do with your party members when they had different bond levels. Now they just unlock as you make story progress in this, and they're called quiet moments, but they're all voice acted. They're actual cutscenes. They're not just, you know, text conversations like they were in the main game. So, you know, there is a lot of, you know, voice acted content if you're into that. And none of it's all super important. It's still just, you know, them palling around for the most part. Skits.
Here they come!
I wouldn't say anything's above the quality of a Tales of skit. You know, I always like that they're there, so you know, plus that they gave the voice acting to it this time, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that's it. I do have 3. I'm gonna play eventually, but for now, I'm starting the Sparks of Hope.
You know, I went through one Qunari invasion.
Want to,
I was really
right?
hoping
Looks
I'd
really
never
fun.
see another.
Mining platforms. Now we just need primers. This cavern is barely holding together.
Looks fun. No, they're great.
What a well-oiled operation the Qunari have. I think it must have exploded, don't you?
Like in my dog, stop. So fucking tanky.
So, sneak in, get primers. This mining operation sky high sounds like fun.
Side route.
Well, that certainly looks like a good spot for an explosion.
Doesn't seem like they're really hiding any loot anywhere. I don't need to explore.
We're almost there.
Only in the Crossroads where they got the Illuvians and there's a room with a single chest. What the fuck is that? Saarath? There we go. Flame. All nearby enemies are constantly burning. Grants 50% bonus resistance to fire and bonus fire damage. Ooh. Now Dorian does 50% damage on all of his spells. Even if it's not as powerful as a melee attack, like, probably quite good, yeah. He loses 41 magic. But he gains attack, so that might affect his damage in a good way, but then he loses the chain lightning. I'll try it. I don't know what her stats look like, and I think there is a way to look. Yeah. Okay, so he basically doubled his magic stat before, meaning maybe double damage? I'm not sure if that's worth 50% more fire damage, right? Maybe you can have that back. Area burn could be a lot, but it's also probably not, you know. Interesting. These primers.
We've got the primers. Let's go explode some Gallock.
Ah, that's why this is a looping thing. To them. Ah. Fuck you. Fuck you think you are, fucking flinging fireballs at me? Who the fuck you? I've been playing high end like guys. Many conversations happen just like that. not funny. But, you know, when you think about it in hindsight, very lazy writing, I think. You know, it works, you know, it's like fart jokes or whatever, like, after how it works.
This Dragon's Breath plan.
Warzimar is like forever away. Possibly state claim of Delirium all the way over here still, right? I guess Descartes would be after them with above ground trading. Fuck you. Dorian, can I get an assistance here? Uh-oh. Maybe the armor will help me. Enough.
That tower already looks primed. Should see where that leads.
You know, the two-handed heavy attack does get bonuses from targets being knocked down. The only thing in the game that actually takes advantage of it. Otherwise, it's a massive hindrance. I don't know why they thought anybody would give a shit about something that gives you your fucking stamina back. Worthless. Unless you happen to kill them while doing the infinite spin. Keep stacking damage on it. And that can be useful, perhaps. Yeah, I isn't smart enough to do that, though. Because it is an AI. It's just a bot.
Probably think I'm lying.
They're going to kill me.
Speaking of it, I actually saw a game, Next Fest, that's like, it's an MMO basically, but it's all offline, and all of the players are AI. Like actual AI, like they can learn and shit, they'll form relationships with each other and with you. Because you can actually play too, so like you can like bully an AI and train him to be your enemy, and then you'll become like a fucking player killer. Maybe you'll form a clan to gang up on you. Like, it's kind of like a Tamagotchi, except you're making the fucking ecosystem of an MMO. I think that's really cool if it wasn't for it being a MMO, which, you know, I'm not really into the combat there. You know, basically World of Warcraft or something. Very early in development though, so you know, I'm expecting even more cool features to come out of that.
Dragon's breath? The Qunari always enjoy their metaphors. But what does it mean?
Who knows? Qunari agents moving through Illuvians to attack the south is bad enough already.
I still do not understand why they accused the Inquisition of serving Fenarel. We know that Mythal actually exists. It's possible Fenharel is still here in some form, too. What you describe in the ruins certainly implies that the Dread Wolf of Elven legend is a real person.
But how does that implicate us? What made them decide that the Inquisition serves this Fenharel?
Hopefully we will learn more after we have stopped them.
Let's see the Exalted Council try to disband the Inquisition after we've saved them from this dragon's breath.
We must find out what Dragon's Breath is first. For now, our only lead is the Qunari leader, the Vidusala.
Gentlemen!
My apologies, Lady Josephine. There has been an incident with one of your soldiers.
How dare you? It was bad enough that the Inquisition chose not to inform the Exalted Council of the Qunari Corps.
Ole would have been happy to help with the matter.
But now your own guards are attacking servants? You have overstepped your bounds.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention, gentlemen. I'll see to this personally.
Thank you, Inquisitor. Ole stands ready to assist the Inquisition, as always.
Secrets and lies. Do you understand why we fear your Inquisition? You act as if you're the solution to every problem. How long before you drag us into another war?
What's going on here?
The Orlesians tried to take one of our people, Inquisitor. We've secured the area.
This is the Winter Palace. You cannot simply seize control when one of your guards attacks a servant.
The Inquisition is handling this. When some noble commits a crime of fashion,
you can take over.
I only
Hey.
asked what he was doing.
He's already committing a fashion
And when I
crime.
refused to bow to the Inquisition's dogs, you attacked me! How would you like us to handle the situation, Inquisitor?
That barrel there, where did it come from?
I was ordered to bring wine for the guests.
You're lying.
Your Inquisition soldiers are completely out of control.
No, we're in control. Keep talking and you'll find yourself in chains.
I mean, I want to trust my guard more than the servant.
Please take the servant into custody.
Right away.
My
Your
men
Worship.
had a reason to suspect
Inquisitor?
them.
Ambassador Montillier will
Trust.
explain later. For now, please hold the servant for questioning.
As you say, Inquisitor, Lord Cyril will hear about this.
Lord Cyril can mount it.
Inquisitor, I also found this by the barrel. I can't read the language.
Did you resolve the problem with the guard? The guard is the least of our problems. Someone smuggled Gatlock barrels into the Winter Palace.
Smile, Inquisitor. There are many eyes upon us. At least now we know the true extent of the dragon's breath.
What, blowing up the castle?
You think the dragon's breath is these Gatlock barrels?
Of course, a surprise attack, even through the Illuvians, would have met fierce resistance. But if everyone at the Exalted Council died in an explosion, the South would be rudderless, vulnerable to attack. This is what Corypheus should have done after the explosion at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. An attack as swift and unstoppable as the breath of a dragon.
Yeah, you're acting weird.
How are you still smiling?
Years of training as a bard, Inquisitor. We cannot show weakness now. Enemies could be watching, or we can let them seize idle conversation between two friends.
The guard who confronted the servant said she found this note near one of the barrels. It looks like Kunari writing.
Let me see. I picked some up from the Iron Bull, though I'm told my accent is atrocious. These are orders for positioning the Gatlock in the palace. When duty has been performed, report to the Vidisala through the mirror marked by a bookcase.
I've been hoping to meet the esteemed Vidisala. How nice of her to invite us over.
Good. While you do that, I will have agents locate the Gatlock barrels and remove them safely. I will also send word to my foreign contacts. We must see where else this dragon could strike.
I think there'd be like a shop where I can buy new schematics. I'm pretty sure there are 2 tiers of crossbow arms I can get at least. And more damage would be wonderful to get through this fucking slog.
Good day.
Only merchant. Got shit.
Everything going all right so far?
Any word from Hawk?
I got a message from, well, best not to name an entire chain of smuggling syndicates and polite company. Anyway, Weishaupt is apparently the special kind of mess that only appears when Hawk shows up. I'm not entirely sure how it'll all play out, but my money's on Hawk walking away from the Warden's fortress as it explodes.
You know, I made Bethany a mage because I thought it'd be more interesting, but during my choices here, I feel like I should have made her a warden. Stick to what I know. Ah. Wall. It's the Hawk statues for Tevinter thing, really. Getting its stalks. Medium armor. Oh. They didn't give me just another ring. And, well, this is light and heavy and whatnot. This can go on anyone. But they knew that they were all fit for a rogue. So they made do this, I suppose. Wonder if it's any good. Heal on hits kind of a big deal. Armor rating's a little worse, but only a little. Cunning is crit chance, not crit damage, so not a deal breaker. Just being stealth doesn't mean shit. Fuck it. Shot. Does look pretty cool. NGL. You have 1% of your health back on a hit, and you have a bunch of attack speed boosting effects. And that's gotta be pretty good, right? Bookshelf.
An alluvion marked by a bookshelf. This should be it.
Right. Let's get some answers from the Vidasala.
Our experience meter is like super full. I didn't think we were capped at level 27, but it seems like that might actually be the case. I always thought the cap was because of just a lack of experience to get beyond that. I'm only an hour 40, we're good.
Sort of old elven library.
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
Let's hope we can track down the Vidasala in all this.
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
What are you?
I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Kunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
Okay.
We'll be going now.
Know
We
this.
shall exchange
An
knowledge.
unknown person, not of the Kunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fenharel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
There, Kunari. On that upside-down island.
Looks like a camp up there. Down there. Shit, this place is weird.
Ha! That repaired some steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Kunari.
Did you notice? Your anchor is flaring up near magic. Elven magic.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Tell us if it gets worse.
What does it mean? I think it's weird that I'm still walking around with this thing after the orb getting destroyed. Not that there was anything suggesting that the orb was sustaining it, but what the hell am I doing with this thing now? Rift should all be closed at this point. this place is a maze.
Qunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Wide eyes, and that look on their faces. I'd almost say they were scared to death.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
If it's true, that means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
Something on the floor. Kinda. On a veil fire.
Look at this place. Now that we have so many samples, how hard would it be to build Illuvians of our own?
Oh, I knew this one apostate in Kirkwall you would have gotten along with like a house on fire.
After these past few years, it would just be good to...
What the... I never wrote this. You think we could take a couple of these books back with us?
Unfortunately, I don't believe any of these are physical objects. They're ideas. You just see them as books.
I've never read an elven novel. I wonder what kind of stories they told.
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down Illuvian.
Why are these stairs going where we want them to?
As I told them to, bro. They're not stairs, they're ideas that we perceive as stairs. There has to be a Veilfire torch somewhere around here. Suppose not. Whatever. Who the hell are you? You would think that they'd have raised the level cap or introduced some new skill tree or something. Like, no leveling, this is just a shitty beat 'em up. Honestly, robust character building is one of the most important things any RPG can have. Oh, nice.
Anchor again. Are you all right?
The pain stopped.
It keeps coming back.
More dead Kunari with terrified expressions.
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Harel. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Harel's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So, the ancient Elven Empire collapsed because the veil weakened magic.
Like damming a river. Rely on it for water all your life. What happens when it disappears?
Do you realize what this means? What this place is? The actual history of the elves could change everything.
And don't we still have a big empire that relies on magic for everything? I guess this was even more advanced. I mean, since Corypheus was a Tevinter Magister, the two bad guys in Veilguard were elven gods. Or like super Corypheus, I suppose. And what better way to progress than, you know, just, you know, Super Saiyan 2, 3, whatever. The threat has to keep growing. It doesn't matter that we're playing a different character. We can possibly just fight another fucking dragon and call it a day.
This looks like technical notes. What did the Kunari come here to learn?
I recognize some formulas. The Kunari are trying to prove
Solas,
theoretical magic of some kind.
His orb.
That should be enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted illuvian now.
through here, did he? No, he did. I hope if they translate what the fuck they're saying. The Well of Sorrows in me, surely I know what they're saying. Maybe that could be like a cool difference between your two playthroughs.
Survivor of the Breach, Herald of Change, Hero of the South.
The Vidasala, I presume.
After fulfilling your purpose at the Breach, it is astonishing to hear you still walked free among your people. Your duty is done, Inquisitor. It is time to end your magic.
Bitch, I don't do magic. He wants it. Very dangerous. Many people accidentally sit on the calves because these motherfuckers just sit on everything they want to sit on. Dies most of the time. Something over 100 pounds on it. Alright, you want ups. I give you a little bit. Okay.
The anchor repairs tears in the veil. I would think you'd approve of that.
Is that all it does? Tell me, why hold your hand as if it's begun to pain you? I am no stranger to
because you brought me here where it made it happen.
Chaos in the south defies comprehension. The Qun left your people to curb your own magic. You've amply proven we should have stepped in long ago.
It's not magic. Or it might be. It's not ours.
Is that what Dragon's Breath is for?
Yeah,
murdering our heads of
wires,
state just to control our magic.
Do you believe closing the breach solved everything? That its consequences stopped there? The day we saw the breach, the Qun decided its action. We would remove your leaders and spare those who toil. This agent of Fenharel has disrupted everything. Lives that were to be spared, lost for him.
Who is this agent? Why do you think they work for the Inquisition?
Kill the Inquisitor, then follow me to the Veilguard.
There's Saarath. Okay. Eastone?
No wonder the Qunari translated notes into our language. It was for their non-Qunari spies. These are Vidisala's papers. She brought mages here to research strengthening the Veil. It explains why the Qunari thought it was worth camping here.
Someone can use that. What does Tom have? Death Siphon. Crash. That help them tank better, I guess. Not like evasion's based on any stat in this game.
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
Can you tell me where a Kunari called Vidasala went?
Yes, we heard much. Although she fooled herself into thinking we could not hear. Take a keystone to the Davarad. I will join you there soon and take stock of our remaining Gatlock powder.
I found a keystone with one of the Kunari.
Yes, and you need words for their key. Maras Nira. It glows. It will open the way to the Davarad. May you find what you seek. In coming here, you strengthen the paths. I can now raise one, if you wish to go.
You've been very helpful.
Iltefan was what the Elven called me. One who guides seekers of knowledge true. I was connection. One city could read the records of another. One Elven feel the memories of another. When the veil fell upon us, I marked the end of all they knew.
We've got to find the Stavarad and corner Vidasala there.
You know, I wonder. Nah. Yeah, I should just have to tank it. Unless the brief invulnerability lasts for a time that I don't know. Maybe I can use that. I don't see any, like, buff indicator, though. There it is, there it is. It's basically most of the animation. You get, like, less than half a second after you're able to move again.
I've been through some battles as a warden, fighting one group of darkspawns the same as another. Back with the Inquisition, and a moment later we're battling secret Canary assassins in a dream library.
Any regrets, Renier?
I wouldn't have missed this for anything.
Oh, here again. I wish these paths were wider, like they look like I shouldn't be able to walk on them.
Your agents confirm there are Gatlock battles in Denerim's palace?
Yes, and in Val Royeaux and across the Free Marches. The Winter Palace is not the only target.
The Canari are one order from destroying every noble house in the known world.
There is a bright side. Warning the ambassadors will remind them of the Inquisition's value.
Not when the Inquisition is responsible for that threat.
This is our fault.
Fault? No. But our responsibility.
How did it happen?
The elven servant handling the barrels confessed to working for the Canari.
But the servant was Orlesian. That implicates Orlais, not us.
But the barrels arrived at the Winter Palace on the
Inquisition people come
Inquisition
from all
supply
over.
manifest.
How are we supposed to fight a war when we can't even trust our own people?
The Inquisition stopped Corypheus and saved the world. We can't let an outside threat change who we are.
I fought to protect the Inquisition in this exalted council. And for what? So we could deceive and threaten those we claimed to protect?
Once we locate the spies...
This isn't about the spies. You hid the Canari body. You've all but seized control of the Winter Palace.
We did what was right, not what was politically convenient.
Do you know what this has cost us with Orlais and Ferelden? They are planning to dismantle us as we speak. And perhaps they are right.
Shush.
Shit, damn it! We save Ferelden, and they're angry. We save Orlais, and they're angry. We close the breach twice, and my own hand wants to kill me. Could one thing in this fucking world just stay fixed? I need to get to the Darvarad. You can all fight amongst yourselves once I'm back.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Would you like us to inform the Exalted
fuck y'all.
Council of the danger?
You know, remind them that I'm fucking here to help. God damn it.
Yes.
Fuck them.
If we fail, the Exalted Council needs to know what happened.
I will inform them personally.
Leliana, I can...
No, your job is hard enough already. This is my responsibility.
I'll have guards ready at the Alluvion, in case the Canari attack the palace.
Make a watch over you.
Oh, that must be the one. These are probably coming up on the finale now.
With your hand. Don't tell me I'm going to lose you.
Whatever happens, I wouldn't trade the years we've had together for anything. I love you.
This isn't over, but I love you too.
All right, Bianca. Let's show all the tall people how it's done. One last time.
Enjoy me while you can. I expect you'll all miss me terribly later.
Jesus, 100 hours. That's crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure we had more sessions of Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, I only put 25 hours into that. So the Steam stats say.
place? It's an Illuvian graveyard.
Where did the Kunari get all these? How long have they been studying it?
I think I dedicate 100 hours
The
such a
sooner we
mid
stop this invasion
experience.
plan, the better.
Fucking baby. What do I need this for?
Are you hurt? What just happened?
Oh, we should hurry. Here they come.
I felt cool.
So, about this war. You know things didn't end well for Kirkwall the last time the Kunari got angry. I really hope we settle this fast. I've seen all the burning cities I ever want to see.
Doing with the storage. Knock it off! Jesus fucking Christ. Dorian, you do the reviving. Apparently elemental damage goes through armor. If you ever see guys drop dead like that, you're like, what the fuck, they got health. It's probably because the magic damage got them.
What they're dealing with?
No. They might think they do, but they don't.
Why?
You know, I'll bet I could do that.
That didn't work.
Puzzle. One sees a hunter, one runs from it, one hunts it, one outwits them all. What is that? A dragon? Is that the hunter? The hollow sees the hunter maybe, or runs from it. It's a deer.
Is that an Astrarian?
This one sees it all the owl.
A word of advice, stay away from the glowing pyramid. Perhaps it just needs the magical touch.
I guess the wolf outwits them all.
Nothing.
That wasn't it.
Owl's furs. Fuck out of the way! Sees the hunter, the one flees. Or hunts. Hall is probably second. And it did something, but what? Dagger. The key I picked up not for this? Ah.
That's it. Get them all like that and we're in.
I see. Eric, not Eric. Eric, please. That one affects those two. One affects those. Does it pull out even further, or is it just open now? The top one is open. We'll need to go no further.
It's open. Let's go.
Oh no. Just turned him, bro. Ah. storage room key. This the storage room? Oh. No physical effects. Like getting knocked around and shit. I think I may be good. I mean, it's frustrating, but fine. Not damage to physical attacks. That'd be some shit.
Look at all this. The Canary text is gibberish, but it looks a great deal like they're cataloging artifacts. How many ruins must they have found to produce so much? What are they doing with it?
Morrigan said the key to an illuvian could be anything, including knowledge or power. So they're stockpiling both. That's how they got the keystone and opened so many of the illuvians we've seen.
So they could also have other artifacts. Magical traps. Or elven weapons.
This place using Skyhold assets. Oh no. Dragon.
Dragon's breath is an actual dragon?
Tethar! Bars!
That's a human.
Inquisition! Nira Tasia Sara! Miraba Sadim Kata! Hisrad, we need you! Videk Katas!
Good call leaving me behind. The Vidasala asked me to lend a hand. Nothing personal. Boss.
Son of a bitch. Should have made him defect. I wonder if you still would have betrayed me had you been with us.
Trust a Canary and see where it gets you.
That's
He
racist.
was honest with you from the start. I'll give him that much.
He's a better liar than I gave him credit for.
Bishante Kapas.
still don't understand how he could fight beside us for years and just... Oh, come on. Let's move.
His name means liar. Just like the Dread Wolf.
Too dangerous. We can't let the Canary keep it.
This dragon's in bad shape. Seems like kicking a wounded puppy. Those giant fire-breathing kind.
I don't know why I need to do this at all. Got a little lever to activate those somewhere. I free this damn dragon. Dragons are honorable creatures. They usually pay you back when you do them a good turn, right?
Atashi Itwa, Kerasam!
Got it. It's opening.
I don't see how the hell that's keeping a dragon in place, but okay. I'll hunt it later if it's a problem. It'll be fun. Unless it's in this game, then it won't be.
Dear Inquisitor, you have such little time left. You must finally see the truth. Elven magic already tore the sky apart. If the agents of Fen'Harel are not stopped, you will shatter the world as well.
Whatever you think I've done, mass assassination isn't a good moral high ground.
The South was poisoned by these elves' manipulations. It suffers just as you do now. You would have died from the mark on your hand, but for the help of one of their chief agents. The same agent who helped seal the breach, who led you to Skyhold, who gave Corypheus the orb, then founded the Inquisition. Solas, agent of Fen'Harel.
Damn it, Chuckles. What have you done?
Chuckles.
Whatever Solas is involved in, I am nobody's puppet.
Even now, you refuse to see the strings. Solas tricked us all. He pushed a dying Qunari into the Winter Palace to lure you into opposing us. Without him, we could have brought the South peace and wisdom along the gentle path. Now we must take the way of blades.
The gentle path.
Hannah Hayden, Inquisitor. If it is any consolation, Solas will not outlive you.
You know, maybe Solas has control over me because he like absorbed Mythal. But I don't think I'm his puppet. It's true when I said it at least, but now he might be.
Solas is the only one who can help with my mark. We find him before Vidasala does.
It sounds selfish, but if this hand's gonna destroy the world, then it's kind of a big deal that we get that taken care of. And he's the only one who might be able to help.
Vidasala can't be far.
There, up ahead.
He's going to... Everyone back!
Using it is difficult to discharge all accumulated focus. Focus reaches full power. The anchor discharges uncontrollably. In or out. So I have to use it frequently.
We gotta stop this before it kills you. Assuming we find him, maybe Chuckles can help. Chuckles, who apparently works for Fen'Harel. It's always the quiet ones.
be where Solas is.
There's the big Saarath who's always with the Vidasala.
Saarath, rough roll, short round.
Sure what a full focus meter looks like. I don't think it's an entire circle. So I'll keep discharging that. Honestly, a little annoying now. Means I kind of can't use my big tornado thing. so bland. wised up and turned out the difficulty a long time ago. Come this far. Even now, I guess. Why even make anything level 27, huh? What are the odds I've actually reached a max level? Probably pretty high, but still. Tired of the fucking sponges.
Big guy's headed our way.
About the leader. What does that mean? Is he a good guy or a bad guy now? Doesn't seem to be hurting my friends that much. Get out of my way, goddamn.
One of these blasted mirrors has to lead out of here. I think this one looks the most suspect. Time to finish this.
your soul is dust.
Okay. Like, why does this look like an arena, but there's no fight happening? Have barriers this time. I guess he's using it to block us from the door. Still not very fun. You know, the damage I did the first time mattered. immune to damage like that, come on.
Nothing's hurting him. Use your mark.
Jesus.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Canary to trouble me no further.
Solas.
Oh, thank God. Alright, you're free to go.
More time.
Oh.
I suspect you have questions.
How were you able to control the anchor?
In the same way as when I stopped it from killing you at Haven. Although I am stronger now. The mark you bear was bestowed upon you by the Orb of Fen'Harel. My orb.
You're Fen'Harel.
I was Solas first. Fen'Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a fragment of what Fen'Harel once was? Like Mythal?
No. This is all I have ever been.
And the legends?
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen'Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evenuris are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evenuris would have destroyed the entire world.
You said that the Elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evenuris.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
Andraste? No. Really, both happened.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via de Thara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. The elven legends of immortality, all true. It was not the arrival of humans that caused them to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves. Even themselves.
The Evanurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
You said you didn't identify as an elf. Or is it because the elves we have now are just different? I feel like you didn't really give a shit. You only care about the Fade.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this, but the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition, your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
You control the Illuvians now?
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Illuvians are now mine.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization, and now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Isn't it? Perhaps we should ask your friend, the Iron Bull. Tell me, where is he? Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I discovered by leading
honesty.
to your doorstep. The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel? Mine.
Recognize them.
I guess we owe you for that one too.
I hope it gives your people some final peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen'Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus?
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died, and you'd recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same.
If you destroyed the Veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
I never thought of you as someone who would do that, Solas.
Thank you. You must understand. I awoke in a world where the Veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
What, are your people like, they're like spirits are always lost in their thoughts because they're too connected to the Fade? That sounds weird. You know, I'm thinking like the polar opposite of a tranquil.
You never cared about us. We were the means to an end.
You were people, and you deserved better. Like all the rest I've used in one hopeless battle after another.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes. I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time.
Why even bother talking to me if this is how it's gonna be?
The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
Can't we live together? Help!
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Well, if I tried to kill him, he'd probably just kill me. Because I know he's still alive, so like that's not gonna work.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now.
He's a friend, I don't want to fight him,
We stand on
right?
the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, none of us would be here to
Spies
complain.
are spies, all over, come on.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
Risk corruption. We'll keep the peace. And yeah, we do serve the divine. We've always been a church organization, right? But aggressive way of saying it. I think we should work alongside, not as a tool of the divine, though. So, I don't know what Solas ourselves means, but like I ain't playing the hero, right? This has always been about being a church and restoring peace to the world. This is the thing my character would say.
You all know what this is? A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. I'm proud to say we accomplished that goal. We will honor the sacrifices of those who gave their lives in defense of what we stood for, and still stand for. Because our work is not done. Where we led in war,
he took my hand, that's why it was a little green. I guess it's stuck in the fate now.
The Inquisition will act as Divine Victoria's personal honor guard. Answering directly to her, we will transition from a military force into a peacekeeping organization. My own adventuring days may be done, but the Inquisition and its mission will continue.
It's like such a heavy book to carry with one hand. Smut. Doesn't look good. Why is this guy doing that? The meltdown isn't gonna happen for another 10 years, I know that, so like, why? Mine's personal guard and peacekeeping forces Inquisition shrank to a more manageable size. I'm sure that'll help make things more secure, right? Next moving a little slow, I can't advance it myself. Many who served went home. Many forces are still enough to give pause saying it might threaten the Divine's plans. Those who served the new Inquisition were tested and checked thoroughly in hopes of threatening more spies than its ranks. And we're basically the Seekers and Templars now since they're gone, like... The Dragon's Breath disrupted, Khanari retreated back to the north, and Hastrath disavowed the Venesalis actions. Yeah, of course they did. The bull died for nothing. Assured Divine Victoria that the Inquisition now served her personally, they considered the alliance to fight her and the Chantry. Bullshit. You knew that debates were waged in Parvolan, but not long after the Exalted Council, Khanari launched new attacks against Devinter. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Devinter was soon mired in war many feared could spread across Thetis. Whispers in Valroyo suggested that the Khanari had asked their Divine Victoria to assist them. None yet knew her answer. Cassandra continued her reign as Divine Victoria, rebuilding fractured alliances, assailed the Inquisition's new role as her personal guard. Her efforts were successful, and for a time Southern Thetis saw peace. Doubt. Vivian was elected Grand Enchanter of Circle of Magi, but her inauguration was not as triumphant as she had hoped. What do you mean? Those veteran mages of the Inquisition who did not return to the fold formed a new College of Enchanters as a rival organization to her circle. I mean, well, it's not a monopoly. You could pick where you go. The two institutions settled in an uneasy coexistence across the South, vying for power. It continued to act as Inquisition spy master in its final months as an independent organization. During this time, she shared many of her responsibilities with most trust agents, including Carter, Rector, and Harding. Many believed that Liliana feared what lay on the horizon was grooming successes in anticipation of the challenges ahead. Sarah left the Inquisition with scarcely more ties than when she began, disappearing back into her confusing weave of favors and friends. After seeing the world brought to the brink by arrogance and pride, it was a blessing to return to normal, however strange and normal it might be. With frequent visits to her widow, of course. What? Who the hell is Whittle? Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the Divine. When the knobs piss about with your left or hand or right, call Red Jane to give them 2 fingers. Barry took up the role of Viscount and with his friend Hawk rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. Under his rules, City State finally resumed its place as major trade hub with free marches. So Hawk's still living in Kirkwall now? He continued to ignore all the mail from both Merchants Guild and the Princess Starkhaven. That Aveline? It was never clear if Iron Bull knew he would be forced to turn upon the Inquisition or if he was lying the entire time. Regardless, after Zev, Talbash, the mercenaries across Orlais and Ferelden were looked upon with suspicion. Or Talbashath. Those who remained in the South found their lives even harder as a result. After the Inquisition transitioned to peacekeeping role, Cullen continued to serve as commander of its forces. Under his leadership, the Inquisition protected the Divine's interests while enforcing new standards of security. Cullen also expanded the Chantry's treatment for Templars whose minds have been taken by lyrium, as well as those who wish to cease lyrium usage. Ow. As chaos reigned in the north, Truth's divines lurked in every shadow. Cullen remained ready to serve. During his turn to Venter, take his father's role in the Magisterium. As rumors flew out, the Imperium's infighting, Dorian was spoken of often, a voice resisting against corruption. Along with Magister Mavris Talani, formed a group called the Lucerni to restore and redeem Venter, a fight many thought hopeless. Those fighting by Magister Pavus' side noted that he kept in constant communication with the Inquisitor via message crystal. Wherever vital information and moral support, these seem to give Dorian the strength to continue this fight. After the Exalted Count-in, Warden Tom Rainier was summoned to return to Weishaupt Fortress. Reluctant to leave the side of the woman he loved, Rainier ignored the Warden's request for nearly a year. He allowed to do that? I guess the infighting bought him some time. When messages became too urgent to ignore, he left for his duty, promising to return. Weeks turned to months, then years. The promise remained unfulfilled. Guess the Wardens are still going to be a mess later then, huh? Eventually, gifts came to the Inquisitor unsigned with no accompanying letter. His badge, does that mean he died? Wrapped in aged leather was the Warden Constable's badge in a single pure white griffin feather. After easing the Inquisition's transition in the Chantry, Josephine returned to Antiva and her family. A few years, Josephine's parents stepped down and Josephine became official head of House Montilier. She devoted her time to managing the estate's finances and navigating the social world of Antiva. Cole returned to Fade, saying there was more pain coming and that he knew where compassion would be needed. What happens when the Fade's gone? Is Cole gonna come back? Promised his friends the Inquisition would remember him, and that where the hurt was greatest, he would help. After events in Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did elven servants across Thedas. The fuck? Is he calling them? None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisition story about Fenrirel wondered just how large the Dreadwolf's forces were. And what the ancient elven rebel had planned. I'd say all elves are just fucking off the stage of rebellion.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
Maintaining the Inquisition, even as a peacekeeping force, leaves us vulnerable to agents of the Dreadwolf.
But also gives us the strength to respond.
We will need to be careful.
Solas knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself.
So anyone who isn't an elf is safe, I suppose. That was just like a plot they pulled out of their ass, we foiled it, and then they gave us some foreshadowing of what's happening next. Like, most of that didn't need to happen. It wasn't particularly long, but the enemies were spongy, probably partially my fault. I didn't love it, I didn't hate it. I didn't love the game either, though. Glad this is over. I didn't want to play it again, and now I'm never going to because I have this recorded, I guess. Oh, you play games and you laugh, cry, and reach social media, made fan of the joke, Dragon Musician's labor of love. Without you, never would have been possible. That's wholesome. That's real wholesome. I'm sorry I don't like it very much. The story's fine, alright? That's the saving grace, but the gameplay, just no. Story bits are too few and far between. Too much empty, busy work in the open world. Combat's just not good enough. Whatever, I'm glad to have finally done Trespasser, at least to an extent. I'm glad to be done with Dragon Age for a while. We'll do Veilguard someday. But for now, you can look forward to Pentiment. Be, you know, grounded, historically accurate, kinda, for the most part, you know. No magic, no combat, we're just gonna enjoy a nice little jolly mystery. I have a few bad memories of those recently, actually, fuck. Whatever, I hope it's good. Bye-bye.